The beautiful North Shore of Oahu, a wave-rich region, and at the top of the list, the Banzai Pipeline, the world's most famous and dangerous wave. When conditions come together, it is the greatest show in surf. Pipe offers the ride of a lifetime, as well as risk of serious injury. The gathering at this year's HIC Pipe Pro featured a two-time world champ, a list of local standouts, and a talented field of up-and-coming youngsters. This is the HIC Pipe Pro. Hawaiian Island Creations, founded by brothers Stephen and Jimmy Sukiyama in 1971. HIC is celebrating their 50th anniversary with the production of the HIC Pipe Pro, a true local event celebrating Hawaii's talented pool of surfers. The neighborhood has never felt so alive, and local surfers took full advantage of the opportunity. Locals have been anticipating this event for months, and after a slow start during the waiting period, the forecast showed an upcoming swell. The anticipation was thick in the air as surfers were preparing for both the beatings and blessings that the Banzai Pipeline affords. A 6 to 8 foot northwest swell with optimum wind conditions offered a perfect canvas for Hawaiian standout Seth Moniz. Shown here with his never-give-up approach to competition, the second-generation pro surfer made his family proud.
Here goes Seth Moniz at Pipeline. Seth grabbing rail, pulling up high and tight in the barrel. Oh, can it come through?
Wasn't expecting much, like looking into the forecast, but today and tomorrow I think it's going to line up really good. The waves were pumping in my heat. I think my board felt really small, so I got a 510, and we had some bombs in the heat. And I think like this size with the backwash it's even more scary than when it's like 10, 12 feet, like second reef. It's just a little more unpredictable and heavier on the reef. So hopefully everyone stays safe today and we just have a good day.
Perhaps the best of all time at the Banzai, John John Florence grew up on the beach here and currently lives a stone's throw away from the break. A two-time world champ, often referred to as the People's Champ, is fiercely admired for his casual approach to the world's most dangerous wave.
This is my triple spitter. No, I didn't feel the spitting in the wave like that. It was just a really perfect wave, just wanted to be in the barrel as long as possible. So I just sat right in the spot, stalling. That right came to me, I had priority. And it was just a really perfect mid-sized backdoor wave. Had a really perfect line, so I was able just to kind of set a speed and sit at the right speed the whole way across. The forecast from the beginning was really bad, but then as we kind of started getting into the waiting period, that west swell popped up, and that west swell was just enough to move the beach out of the way, and so there was no backwash. And so we had some really amazing days, like a really fun pipe size.
The brothers Florence, Ivan and John John, surfed 4 times together in heats in the competition, both marching through each time on their way to the final, where the brothers were joined by Barron Mamiya and Kainehe Hunt.
Barron's an amazing server. He's a younger generation than me, and so it's been really fun to see him and his kind of crew come into their own here on the North Shore, whether it's serving pipe and backdoor or hull Eva or all these waves. He is a really, really good, well-rounded surfer, and so seeing him out at pipe in the final was like nerve-wracking because I want to win, and so he's a great surfer out there, and I've seen him get so many good waves.
Born and bred on the North Shore of Oahu, Barron Mamiya has been heralded as the next leader in the lineup at pipe. An uncanny skill set of both quick reflexes and cat-like balance gives Barron the advantage in pipe's extreme conditions.
I woke up in the morning, I looked at the buoys, I read them, they were like 8 feet, 17 seconds west-northwest, so I knew this hole was coming, but I mean, this is like insane. This is like the best pipe we've surfed since the last year or so. Like it's crazy. Like I'm like baffled right now. I was out there just freaking out. Like it was so good. It was almost like hard because you're just like, you almost forget what it looks like when it's so west and big like that. And the waves come in just so crazy looking, and you know, I'm just so stoked to get a couple of sick ones and move on tomorrow.
Doggy door is basically when you're in the barrel and it's closing out, so it's like this, and you're in here, and you have to go in between both the waves coming at you. The second I kind of took off, I pulled in, I was like, oh, okay, oh no, this thing's gonna start to run, and then I gave it a pump, and then like right where this chandelier section is, right where I'm about to come out, I was like, okay, I gotta go now. And then I came out and I got lipped right in my forehead. Luckily punched through it and made the wave. Yeah, my hair's in my eyes right here and I can't see, and then I just flipped my hair back. I need to get a haircut, huh? I think it just happens. I like literally can't see anything, so then I just feel like.
Not an easy wave to break into. It takes years of commitment to be an accomplished pipe surfer. Not only is the reef sharp and shallow, but it also hits back. There is no denying the emotional payoff of a great score in a heat at Pipeline. The opportunity to surf pipe in a four-man heat presents more value than any currency on earth for a surfer. Judging criteria awards highly for deep and technical tube rides. The only way otherwise to get a high score would be to put down a maneuver that was mind-blowing.
Everyone thinks pipe is just like a wave that you get barreled on, but like when you come out of a barrel, you have more speed than any other maneuver in surfing, so why not use that speed to do something? And when you're going backside, you don't necessarily like want to just go into like a backside cutback. You want to like use that speed for something bigger, so if there's a big section, then why not try?
After a long hiatus from competition, surfers warmly welcomed the return, and the vibe on the beach was electrified. Truly a locals event, the HIC Pipe Pro brought together surfers from across the Hawaiian Islands, and finally an opportunity to put on a jersey, represent your town, your crew, and your sponsors.
First comp in like 2 years. Yeah, I got injured and then COVID hit and then I moved out and then I started my own yard business, and it's been a wild ride, man. A lot of emotions, a lot of growing up and not just growing tall. And I'm stoked to be back, and it's good to just surf a few waves in a jersey. I was pretty nervous before this, but I'm stoked.
The famous Surf Peak has two routes, the right, called Backdoor, and the left, simply known as Pipe. Each offer their own challenges and rewards. One thing they both share is the phenomena surfers know as spit, the result of nature's compression chamber. The pressure released from trapped air inside of the barrel is a sight to behold and always a crowd favorite. Ivan, the youngest of the Florence clan, never known as a competitive surfer, started finding his own at Pipe with the jersey on. A talented skateboarder, Ivan has been able to transition seamlessly from concrete to saltwater.
I would sit in the channel with my brother and my mom. My mom would go out on big days too, and we would just sit there and watch. And when the time was right, we headed into the lineup and we started getting waves. Nope, not a contest guy. I've done a few contests. I never really had that contest energy, but the last few years I've been getting into them. Being out at Pipe with only 4 guys out in a contest, it's just like insane because you get your waves and you have 30 minutes to surf with no one out, and it's at Pipeline, so I'm not super aggressive, I'm super patient, so I just wait for the wave to come. I try to just make the most of it. Semifinals for my 10, there was 2 waves in that set, and John went on the first one, he had priority. He took it, he was getting worked, and there was a perfect one behind it. I had priority, and I was like, okay, I'm going. I just snuck it right into it, underneath it. I had no idea who was right there. I was so focused down the line. When I got to the beach, everyone's like, did you see John? He was cheering you on. When I got spit out, and I looked back at it, and I was just laughing because it was just so funny. It was such a classic moment. I had to get a 10 in an event like that. It's really cool.
A great performance at Pipe is a bright, shiny gold star on a surfer's resume and, more importantly, gains respect forever from your peers. A solid performance here is the door to pass through to have true credibility as an elite surfer and to continue to climb in Pipe's revered pecking order. There are no free passes at the Banzai. Everyone's ticket gets punched. As competition heads into the final day, the energy soars. True Pipe waves start with a lump in your throat, followed by a steep and deep free fall on your tiptoes, reconnecting at the bottom, then making the decision on the perfect line to make the barrel. Frontside and backside taking a different approach. Backside often in a 3-point stance, grabbing their rail, while frontsiders with their face to the wall, surfers can appear more casual amongst the chaos. Both goofies and regulars with the same goal of making the barrel. Local girl Moana Wong has been raising the bar for women's surfing at Pipeline. This year's inclusion of a women's event provided a perfect opportunity for her to showcase her talent.
I was like freaking out because it's hard when it's like this. It's super like about luck. Like it's if you're in the right place at the right time, and thankfully I was in the right place at the right time and snuck into 2 fun little ones. And I never go backdoor, so that's why I was like so stoked. I was like, I made it! Like I was so excited. I want to be in the Challengers like for sure next year, so like this contest is super important to me. So I hope I can make it to the finals and win, and yeah, get those regional points so I can do the Challenger Series. Yeah, I got in everything. I got second like 3 times, I got third once, I got fourth once, never got first. So if I get first, I'll be like feeling really accomplished.
Moana's just been learning the wave over the years, and so she's probably one of the best girls out there, if not the best. And I think she knows what she wants out of pipe. She knows the wave she wants to go for and where to be and positioning on the wave for the barrel too. That's always something that's like a learning curve, is like positioning on the wave, not just in order to catch it, but also when you're on the wave. Her being in this event was like, and winning it kind of just like, I feel like confirms that.
Moana and Barron, they're like my good friends growing up, and they like got super good at surfing pipe at like an earlier age. And they would always be like, why don't you want to come to pipe? Like, just come surf out at pipe. And I just didn't like feel like my skill level was like good enough to go out there. What changed was I just seen Moana and Barron just getting like so many good waves out there, and I was just like, this is so annoying. We were always catching barrels together, and now he never surfs with me because he's always out at pipe. This is not fun. I'm like, I need to start surfing pipe. So I figured if they could do it, I could do it. I didn't think I was like really actually gonna win. I was like, these girls have been like competing for years. Like, I haven't competed in 6 years. I'm gonna like totally blow priority, like gonna miss all the good waves. It's gonna like not barrel in my heat. After I got my first little pipe wave, then I got my backdoor wave, I was like, whoa, never mind. I think I might win this whole contest. And then I was like, didn't doubt myself ever throughout the whole rest of the contest. I was so confident. I never felt that confident ever in a surf contest. And I just feel like super good, super stoked, very happy. Yeah, that win was like very good for me.
On cue, the waves turned on this beautiful Hawaiian afternoon and performances were elevated for the final heat of the HIC Pipe Pro.
I don't know if I've ever been in a heat with Ivan in a pro contest. I don't think I have. So that was definitely really fun. Kind of had in my mind though, using this event for practice, for competing. And I had things that I was ticking off in my mind, but at the same time, it was cool to be kind of in a battle with him. Like, the most memorable moment for me was when he got his 10. So I had priority on the wave before, and so I took the first wave of the set, and the wave bent out, and it was just a weird wave, and so I fell. But when I came up, Ivan was on the wave, and when he was taking off on it, you could just see it had the bend and everything to it. So I was just fired up for him. I was like, oh my gosh, this is an insane wave. And so When you're at pipe and the waves are firing like that, you can't help to be stoked for whoever it is, but mostly because it was my brother. And so, yeah, I was putting my hand up out of pure just excitement, like so stoked for him. Yeah, I got really worked by that wave. There's nowhere you can go. The wave just kind of hits you and you just kind of get rolled with it. I tend to like just barely go underwater, so there's no chance of diving under those waves at pipe because it's too shallow. So you just kind of stay on the surface, and it just keeps you on the surface by kind of like rolling you. Bail my board, and then I kind of just sit laying there at the surface until it hits me. Sometimes the wave will pinch and the whole wave will just kind of clamp on you. And then sometimes if you're too deep, the bottom will drop out. And that's kind of when guys hit the bottom pretty bad usually, because it literally, the lip hits the water and separates it and makes like a hole essentially. And that's when you like fall into that, and sometimes you can go straight to the bottom. Kind of just jump sideways forward and hope for the best. There's not much you can do. Ivan's performance was insane. It's so cool to see him out there because he's got, out of me and Nathan, he's got the best style. And so to see him out at pipe doing his thing, and when he's just like feeling it, it's so much fun to watch. And he's one of the best barrel riders out there for sure. Like he gets these waves where he's so deep. Every time he paddles too, he's paddling. He paddles himself like into the barrel to take off. Like he's always so far under it and so deep, and kind of just pushing that line every time. And so to see when it's working for him, it's so cool. And it was exciting when it kind of came onto the schedule, because you just knew that everyone from around here was going to get into the event, and especially because it's a regional event, only Hawaii and Tahiti people can enter. And so I thought that was a really kind of unique and fun thing. It allowed so many different kids and people from around here to be out there surfing at pipe and competing. Felt super good to win right up the street from my house, especially winning at pipe, no matter what the event is it's always amazing. And doing it against my brothers and all of our friends from around here is really fun. And for me, like being so, like this year I'm just so committed to competing that like putting a lot of my little kind of ideas and theories to the test within competing and seeing them kind of work, and for me to win these events has been fulfilling. It's been really fun to do that, so I've been enjoying that.